Like, oh, that's your meal plan. I just think that shit right.
Right?
That's your meal plan.
I'd have been like,
and she would have. Listen, be clear. She would have. She'd be like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Oh, I'm not doing this either. I'm not doing this.
and he would have got emails and been like, Chantel changed this. Chantel changed
this.
Like,
so the thing is, it hasn't been that much of a change because, like, I normally like salad. It's like no salad dressing. Too. Like that's the thing, like right. And then no bread. Like I couldn't find high protein bread at the supermarket. You have to give me some brands also. I probably have to order
Dave's bread. Dave's bread is easy.
Huh?
He took my bread away for like weeks.
Yeah,
I only had tortilla for weeks.
Yep.
They sell it high protein. I think they sell it like just about any grocery store. I've seen it. Everywhere.
Yeah, you can get it right at Sam's Club. You can get everywhere. You can get the Costco, wherever you go. Don't matter. But if you're in California, you definitely can get that shit out there. There's no doubt.
I can definitely get out here for sure. For sure. Yeah. And then just the water. And then also like
plan is different, Shawnee. Everyone is different.
I'm able to like
correct. But all your clients
and then I'm
honest.
also able
They'll tell
to,
me
like,
and I'll tell you.
Exactly, right? They're not all honest. You're right.
Yeah.
You appreciate that I'm telling
also,
no.
Like not eating like after like 7. Yeah. Also, I know that's probably been part of it too. And then but being full though, because the water. Like you drink, I got water back
I was
there
so
now.
hungry the first week. I was so hungry.
It's tough. Yeah.
I was like, Walt, if I had another rice cake, you and I are gonna fight.
And then he said something. He was like, "Not everything can." He was like, "You can't out train a bad diet or something like that." So even when I know, like, I have some like shit, it's like okay, like shit. Yeah, I went to the Green Turtle before the flight and BWI, and like there wasn't any.
You heard my voice in your head.
But but it was like okay, like I'm gonna get the chef salad. Like that's
there you go.
Like, oh yeah.
Just don't dump all the creamy ass dressing on top. You'll be all right.
6 wings.
Huh?
No 6 wings.
No 6 wings, man. No nachos.
Party's over for a little while.
Party's over.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. You know, I dumped 40 pounds from July until October. Right?
Yeah, but everybody's not doing what you do though.
I went 8 pounds in 11 days.
You know, that's the challenge is how do you adjust to make sure that you don't bring it all back? You know, it's how are you adapting and changing your lifestyle to maintain the rhythm. And I think that's the best part about what I do is I can help you change your lifestyle if you're amenable to the change. Yes, you can still have your shit once you get to your goal, but until you get to your goal, you can't have your shit. You know, now some people are special and require, you know, every 7-day, 3-hour window to eat whatever they're going to eat. So does it hinder their progress? Not necessarily, as long as they're doing the work on the other side. Now, you can't do the cheat day and still have all the other bullshit. You know, you can't miss days in your workout. You can't miss your meals. You can't do all the stuff. So, you know, that's the hard part. The scale doesn't lie. Life doesn't. Your body doesn't lie. Oh my God, Walter, the scale's not changing, but you wear 3 sizes smaller than you did when you started. Okay, you're right. That's so true. You know, it's the whole thing. The scale is a guide that we use or a tool that we use. It's not the only arbiter of health, right? So.
That's true.
Yeah. We should probably, on that note, welcome to the Brothers and Sisters podcast for December 14th, 2021. We're rapidly approaching a year, ladies and gentlemen, of doing this, which I enjoy. It's been fun for me. We got a bunch of topics that we said we were going to cover today. I'm not sure if we're going to cover them all, but we'll certainly have a conversation about them. Our guest is a DC-based attorney, Duane King. Hopefully he comes on. I sent him the link. He asked for the link. I think I sent him the link yesterday also. Same email. So we'll see what happens. But if not, we'll just get through it. It's 8:30, so we're starting about an hour, half hour after we said we would, but it does not matter. Before we get into this conversation, how has everybody been doing? Can we get some updates on what the brothers and sisters have been doing in this hiatus?
Working.
Yeah.
Working out.
Yeah.
And working.
Yeah. Don't know. Everybody been working?
I've just been working.
Nothing special?
I mean, in my head, no, just like typical, my regular work day, and then my entrepreneur building thing after work, trying not to burn the candle at both ends.
Yeah.
But still doing it.
Yeah.
Still burning the candle at both ends, just trying to minimize how much I do it.
Yeah. Have you been painting, creating?
Don't bring that up. I owe Walter a painting. That is finished. Finished. We are in the shipping phase. So once I can make sure that it's all put together nicely and packaged properly so that it gets the Delaware in one piece, that is my latest painting. I have a couple other paintings on deck that people requested. So,
jewelry?
Yeah. A lot of jewelry. That's the main thing that's keeping me busy.
Wife loves earrings. She wore them today.
Yay! I'm so glad that. I'm glad she likes them.
Nice. My dear agreeable sister, how are things?
Things are fine.
Yeah.
Working, wifing, mom life. That's my life.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Seems like you got a pretty good handle on this thing. You got kind of got a nice little handle that you attached to, a nice little name. Working, wifing, mom life. That's pretty good. That sounds like a brand or something like that.
It sounds like
I need to brand that, right?
Actually, sounded pretty good. Say that one more time.
I need to brand this.
Working,
let me talk to me about this. We can hustle this out.
Sean wouldn't accept Lucas and Schroeder for Randall.
Huh?
I don't.
Randall?
I don't. Why wouldn't you accept Marcus Aldridge and Schroeder for Randall? At the time, it was a good deal. Everybody got COVID.
Aldridge is
everybody has COVID now. People are vaccinated with COVID. Now, I mean, I understand now. People are vaccinated with COVID. A lot of players are. Leagues are trying to get people to get the booster.
I want to boost this week, but it says it gives you a day down. I don't want another down day. I just
go to Jai. I went to Jai Medical Center. You can just walk right in and get a booster.
Oh, really?
Matter of fact, if you go to all the 3 Jais in the city, a matter of fact, when you go and get the booster, they take your blood pressure, they weigh you, they do all this is where you are generally or whatever. That's how I found out fucking 245. Yeah. I was like, what? And I told Karate, he's like, yeah, just need something. I'll tell you. Yeah, so if you just go to Jai, I went to the one on Monument Street downtown. I think there's one on York Road. There's one on York Road right by you. On that.
Yeah.
And you can go there and get a booster if you want to, Sean, for sure. I should.
I just don't want it. I don't want it to put me down for a day, bro.
You be all right.
Yeah. I wasn't down for it.
You be all right, homie.
14 down.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's whatever your reactions were to the first ones or what it would be for the boosters for the dot said.
Yeah.
So
I got both today. I got the booster and my flu shot. I got them both.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
morning's class is gonna be exciting.
Is it really?
Which means you're ready to make. It sounds like you're ready to make people hate you.
It is going to be so. I'm giving away. Listen, I'm giving away a $300 gift card to Club Sojo Spa Club. That's a big amount.
I saw that you. I saw you had the.
Are you coming to the class, Autumn?
Autumn didn't sign up.
I did not sign up because I like to be treated nicely while I'm working out.
Oh, girl, I keep my camera closed and ignore Walter.
Yeah.
So the only day that I require for this contest is going to be on Christmas morning. Is the only time I expect everybody to be on camera. It's Christmas morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise,
that makes sense.
Listen, y'all gonna work for it. Listen, they're gonna work with this gift card. You think it's gonna get easy? No.
Yeah.
Autumn, girl, don't be shocked. He gets off on this. Believe me.
I know.
He gets off on this.
I believe it. I believe that his eyes glisten.
Listen,
and light up.
Fun. It is
They
fun.
do.
Yeah, because you're saying it's fun.
It's fun.
And then people like me are like, we don't like you very much right now, Walter.
And what do I say?
I know you don't care.
Right, exactly.
You don't care.
Yeah.
What I'm supposed to be. Oh, you can don't get too sweaty. It's okay. No. That's not how it works. So I did a seminar on Thursday.
Yeah.
No, Wednesday of last week. I did a seminar. And we talked about, how you actually lose fat, right?
Sure.
It ain't the amount of sweat that you get.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about what you've been doing?
I can.
Do you want to talk about what you've been doing over the last 3 weeks?
Yeah. So obviously, I competed.
Like 3 weeks or a month?
3 weeks, month, whatever. I competed, I guess, on November the 14th, 13th, about a month ago, and did pretty good. And I got invited to come be on a symposium, a panel talking about, men's health and all that fun stuff. And we talked, they came up, how do you actually lose fat? So how do you think we lose fat? Anybody know? No?
I figure while you're doing whatever fat burning exercise, doesn't it come out
FAT or PHAT?
Air, like when you breathe, like that.
So believe it or not, when you're sweating, that is just your body cooling itself down, and there's no fat loss involved in that.
So what is it?
It's when you exhale. When the body burns it, it turns to carbon dioxide, and when you exhale.
That was close. That's when you're breathing.
And they're like, Walter, when I'm working out hard, I'm sweating. Yeah, you are. But if you sit in the sauna, you're sweating too. You're not burning fat. Then they're like, makes sense. So you actually got to be moving. That's why you have a resting basal metabolic rate, right? That's why when you're sitting still, you're actually burning calories, even though you're sitting still, because you still got brain function, heart function, lung function. So the idea is to get you to breathe harder and to work harder. That way you can expel more energy, and that's how you burn fat. The harder you work, the more fat you burn. Because when you're swimming, you ain't sweating, right? But you're burning a lot of fat. Yeah. So, same principle. But yeah, we talked about that. And then just today, I was selected to be on the Remand group or Remand project. So it's like it's kind of like a Tony Robbins type thing, but they have like a mastermind group of people with different professionals. There's a finance professional, credit. I do health and wellness, and then spirituality and all those different things. So it's kind of cool. They pay me time. So that's what matters to me.
Yeah, there you go. That's the key. Right? Yeah. That is the key. So that's kind of sort of where we've been, as I see the time. So hopefully we'll be able to get this in a reasonable amount of time. And like I said, there's only but so much we can talk about. Like I said, Duane was actually, and we'll just take this naturally as it goes. Normally I try to set out the topics, but there are just so many, we've missed so much time. Almost like a rapid fire section. Duane graduated. He went to UNC undergrad. He graduated from Howard for law school. Howard, I guess, a protest, if you will, for better everything. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Did anybody read this, hear about this?
Yeah. actually,
the question that came to my mind is like the conservative criticism. It was like, who's keeping away from them? Like it's sort of like, oh, like the city run by black people in cities and stuff. And of course, like in that example, like you have to look at those, and it's not black people that control a lot of purse strings. So like there's that, but for funding.
You're breaking up. Say it again.
Yeah, we're losing you a little.
Are we there?
There you are. You gotta use the Wi-Fi.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I might have to stop and
Where are you at now?
He's in Cali.
Los Angeles.
yeah, I might have to log off and log back on.
That's a pity.
Well, hook it up.
Congrats to Steph Curry.
As long as he don't win MVP, I'm happy.
Greatest shooter known to man.
Yeah. And yet, kids, when they're shooting threes, they still say Kobe.
Because it's fun to say. Just a thing you say at this point because of Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
Last brothers with the aim. Good boy. Quasi.
He's still but up, and he's out.
Quasi.
He's out. He'll come back in. But anyway, so what y'all think about the Howard campus dip?
A lot of us HBCU graduates are aware that Howard's not the only school that has housing issues. I mean, I don't know the level of the extremity, but it certainly wasn't surprised when I heard about it, and I'm happy that the students did something about
Every
it.
time I went to visit Corey down there, it sucked.
Because Howard gets so much money. Like a lot of times when people donate to HBCUs, they only donate to certain HBCUs. You know, like the small schools don't get a lot of recognition. So I'm surprised that was the condition. Because as soon as someone's donating, it's like Howard, Spelman, Morehouse, Hampton, those schools. So yeah, I was proud of the students for putting their foot down, putting their feet down.
Yeah. I think it's a black eye at all of HBCUs, though, to have the most prominent HBCU in the country to be in such dilapidated repair. It's almost like it's a microcosm of some of the ideas of how black people live in the broader culture, right? It's unfortunate, but that's the reality. How do we begin to address? How can we fix our communities if we can't fix our crown jewels? Those are places that matter the most to black people, in my opinion. Our places of education.
To anyone listening, do not let this discourage you from attending an HBCU.
Right.
I'm a very proud graduate. Had little hiccups and issues here and there, but if I had to do it all over again, I would still be a Rattler. So don't let that discourage.
We're not recording right now. Are we waiting for Duane, right?
No,
we're live. You see, it says live. We on there.
Oh shit!
We're live,
bro. I didn't know.
You're good. If not, I would have texted you.
You're good. You're good. Yeah. It's all good. So I'm on my phone now. I'm not even gonna fuck with the laptop.
This is just a slight sidebar.
What was I gonna say? I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say this is.
Can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Go ahead, Autumn.
Frozen again. No, it's not even, I guess, a really big deal. But
What happened?
I just thought it was strange that Bob Dole passed away and nobody really talked about it.
Why didn't they?
Who's
They
on
have
her
a whole deal. They made his body a state in the Capitol.
Okay, that's what I was hoping, because
And
like
the
I said,
president presided over his funeral.
okay, I was gonna say I don't know if this is Autumn has been living in her bubble and it was just news to me, or is it not being talked about? I just wanted to make sure talk to people who are in touch with
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I mean, there are some other fish going on. I mean, there has been some uncovering with the former president, and we now know that he allowed this crap to happen and didn't say nothing. Those everyone was telling him to stop. You know, and listening to Liz Cheney today, she laid it out. She said that he either knew or did nothing. And in the Constitution, in the letter of the law for insurrection, it says you either know or do nothing to prevent it from happening. And yeah, that was pretty specific language that she used today. I found that to be pretty interesting, but we'll see how it goes.
It sounds like they knew it wasn't BLM or Antifa.
Yeah,
I will with that quote. Like it was BLM or Antifa. Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah, to my surprise, no, it wasn't. They never even thought it was BLM.
It was the Boogaloo Boys.
Yeah. The Proud Boys stand by.
And the Boogaloo.
Stand down.
It turned out to be all those white supremacist groups that we thought it was.
Yeah, they are who we thought they were, right?
BLM and Antifa. Yeah.
Which explains the execution of it all. Just glad that these people were not very bright. Because if they were, it would have been far worse. And it was already
far worse. There, dare I say, there would have been bloodshed. A lot more bloodshed. A lot more bloodshed.
You see what thing about the I don't know if she's from she's from some state in the South, but she took a private plane to DC the private plane. She posted that tweet like nothing's gonna happen because I have white skin and yada yada yada.
Yeah, she went to jail. Yeah,
she went to jail
because of the economy. But if you are broke, you're not gonna be able to fly to DC to do all those things. So I wonder what the issue could be.
She said she was going to take the 30 days in jail to do a lot of yoga and a lot of meditation. Yeah.
She said she hoped they got protein.
It seems like the time she's looking forward to doing this time. I don't know what to make of it. The one Proud Boy got 10 years.
She said she's
right?
Yeah, she wants to reach her goal weight. She said the food in jail is disgusting, so she can just fast and reach and exercise.
Yeah.
Okay, that's real good.
She's gonna take this 30 days in stride. Yes, she's gonna take this 30 days in stride. It's what it is. Did we talk about Jussie? That was the first one. Is Jussie going to jail?
No.
I'm a bitch.
I hope not.
I get lost again.
I don't know.
This issue is, I would say, fine worthy, community service worthy. Pay back all the money of the police resources, the money that it took to investigate all this. But he shouldn't have to lose his freedom. I don't think.
Problem is, he lied under oath on the stand.
Yeah, they're gonna do some time.
If it was just him lying about police report, there'd been an argument to make it the same as the dog whistle lady, the lady who called the cops on the black guy and lied right to the cops. If he didn't do it on stand, but because he did it on stand,
I think
that's a different standard. Yeah.
I didn't know he lied on the stand.
Yeah.
Yeah. on the one hand, I'm with Autumn. Like, I don't really think he should do time. But then you look at like the letter of the law, it's like, well.
But still, I mean, come on. Kyle Rittenhouse is doing a in-your-face tour right now, and he did something
Kyle
far worse.
Rittenhouse is mad at LeBron. He was talking shit about LeBron, too. He said he was a LeBron fan, and LeBron called him a white supremacist. So fuck you, LeBron. That's what he said. The white people love that. It was great.
Fuck you, Kyle Rittenhouse. Who the fuck are you loser?
That's what he was. That's what he was. It's fascinating how brazen he is. I guess he did kill 3 people and get away with it. So
yeah,
right Cloud 9, right? Like, he's probably right now. Like,
the George Zimmerman book signings until somebody whip his ass, bro.
Yeah.
Well, he can't have a gun anymore. So
he got the most punchable face you ever want to see, too.
He really does have a punchable face.
Yeah,
so punchable.
He really does.
Yeah, I'm wondering when he's going to run into it. Thus far, he's been kind of protected. They found out he was taking. Yeah,
he ain't got a gun. He can't carry a gun no more, so it don't
matter.
He's
going to major cities and nothing like that. He's gonna be going to them rural areas where ain't nothing but people like him and shit.
Yeah. They found out he was taking the online classes at Arizona State, and all the kids were like, "Nah, we can't have that murderer here." So like, they kicked him. He had to stop taking those. Yeah, they were bombarded. He was taking classes online there. People were like bombarding online class with Kyle Rittenhouse as a murderer. And so he could have just wrote it out, I guess, but he decided to, call it quits. The kids weren't happy. The rights trial is going on. That was the stop or I'll tase you. Whoops, I accidentally killed you. Yeah.
Yeah, that bullshit. That's 100% bullshittery.
That's
no excuse.
See, they're saying they're trying to paint it as a tragic mistake. But in case it wasn't a mistake, the fact that he drove away before they were going to arrest him endangered the life of an officer. As a result, you can use lethal. That's the defense they're going to use.
But M2,
I don't know.
She'll get manslaughter too and get found guilty.
Yeah, I hope so. She is a cop. She could just be the cop who shot Terrence Crutcher in Oklahoma. She had the same shit. They were like, she knew, but like if she did it, she would go within her rights to. Like, okay, like she's teaching cops how to recover when they get like caught up in like like cop malfeasance. Like, you're a crooked cop and you got caught. It's like, like. This is how you can recover from that and get your life back together.
They really need to be regulated. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, required to carry professional insurance.
I don't even think there's like anyone can do like an accurate count of like how many law enforcement officers there are even in the country, and like we don't know like who's a sheriff.
There's a lot of local people who have law enforcement.
Law enforcement officers, all of them. Right.
So sometimes
it's like this wild beast.
And that's
like something.
They really need to be regulated. They really need to be audited. They really just need to be.
It's funny. It is the most conservative group in America are the cops. Meanwhile, they got the strongest union in the country. It's amazing how that works out.
Then the band keeps going, right? Like, it's the more conservative they become, the more they lean on the union to protect them against the cop malfeasance that we're seeing around. So it's
qualified immunity's got to go, and I think the cops are required to have professional insurance. Just like
they did the insurance. Where did they do the insurance? Was that in San Diego? They did the insurance in the city where it's like, the cops are required to carry insurance, like in case.
That's good.
That I was going to include that, but it wasn't really. It was tangential. But seeing that we're talking about all stuff right now, it was the First Nation. Oh, and New Mexico. Someplace in New Mexico did it also. Yeah, the cops have to carry insurance. But again, to Autumn's point, it's like the local municipalities that are like enforcing this. Like, law enforcement is just it really is like this big, like not unaccountable, but like every time, like it's like, yeah, like that raving nut, like just killed somebody. It's like, no, technically he was acting in the capacity of a law enforcement officer. It's like, ow. It's like nothing. It's like, yeah, well, he had some hours of training to be an EMT, so it works out. It's I don't like Kyle Rittenhouse, but that's neither here nor there. What else was there? I'm trying to see. There was so much, and there was so much I left off too. I know you guys covered the Howard. I missed all of that. Like, what was the overarching like theme? What was the overarching takeaway?
My takeaway is that, you know, HBCUs are dope, but gotta do better.
Okay.
Especially when you're Howard, you got the money. I can see we're not talking about like some small college, you know, that a lot of people may have not even heard of. But for me, it's like, come on, Howard, if you reallocate those funds, they're always getting donations. So do better.
Housing is a rite of passage.
Right.
City housing is a rite of passage in college.
It is depending on where it is, unless you have the option to skip over it. I always had good housing only because I never stayed in the dorm, and that's because there was no space available for me in the dorm.
Wow. So, the thing about it's generally older buildings, right? They just have
community shower.
Yeah, that was
It's a good point, Sean. I don't think they're spending too much money on housing at all.
No, a lot of schools don't do that. I mean, even with like when I was in Tallahassee, I lived in an apartment complex, and I think it was like all students that lived in the complex. I had my own room, my own bathroom, and then they selected the roommates. They say it was based off of what you tell them about your personality, but I'm not really sure. But one of my roommates, who's now like, you know, one of my best friends, went to Florida State, and that was the same issue for her. Didn't get housing. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, we were
They
both
have lotteries and stuff like that. I remember sometimes for housing, for like premium housing, which of course was like these old ass in the quad or whatever.
You're not getting anything. And housing is interesting. It's a lot different at HBCUs than other colleges. Like, women and men are not in the same dorm. At least that's how it was at FAM. At all.
I think it's the same at Howard.
Yeah, not allowed in the same dorm. So even if, like, say you're a girl, your dad's dropping you off at college, like move-in day is the only day that like a man is allowed upstairs to help move your stuff in. So like later on, like say an adult male relative shows up to like take you to dinner or lunch because your family's visiting. They gotta stay downstairs in the waiting room.
Can they come inside?
Really?
They can come inside, but they can't go upstairs. They have to sit down in the general area.
I couldn't do it there.
They're very.
It wouldn't work for me.
Wouldn't work for me, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
black males
find a way to work around.
I identify as
barriers. That always happens. It's the thing. And even like I remember at one point, me and my girls were like hanging out in a guy's dorm, and it wasn't like anything was going on. It was just like he's our friend. We want to hang out, so we kind of just snuck in, hung out, snuck out.
Nah. I remember Bill.
How'd you hide?
How'd you what? What was your question?
Did you like sneak in like a boy's disguise, or what are you talking about?
So they kind of know when the person who is monitoring everything isn't around.
Oh.
Or if there's someone who's monitoring is like pretty cool, it's like, yeah, that's so he don't care. Come on, let's go.
What happens if you get caught?
Huh? I don't know.
You get caught.
Immediate expulsion.
I have no idea.
Pregnancy test, immediately expulsion.
Penalty is expulsion.
I don't know if anyone got caught. I mean, it probably is just a kid get out of here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
It's really
Getting
not.
caught. I was brazen. There was no getting caught. It didn't matter.
I think a lot of kids at that age are very brazen.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Black people, especially like older generations, we're very, very conservative.
Yeah.
A lot of Black people would be Republicans if it weren't for the racism. So
That's really what it is. It's just the racism, the
we got
the LGBT, like okay, but like the racism's a non-starter. Yeah.
Like, yeah, we don't need any problems with these girls coming down here getting pregnant. So you're not gonna blame the school because we said she couldn't go over there. We say she couldn't go over there. It's like
go over there.
I mean, you know, kids that age, they don't figure out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Villanova. We went to a party at Villanova freshman year once, and they had like separate sex dorms or whatever. We were like, "The fuck is this?" It was like a sneaky. We're like, "Why are you guys sneaking around?" It's like, "Oh, because we aren't supposed to be over here." I'm like, "What is this?"
In school too, it was weird.
Yeah, I can't think of any place else in the college I went to where it was like that though. I know they exist. That was tough though. It was like why did we come
promiscuous young Blacks?
Breeding like rabbits.
I'm sure a lot of people got the same speech I got before I went down there. Like, don't go down there.
We never got a speech. We got the STD video, and like what else did we get? I'm trying to think. I don't think we got much. I mean, we had like sex ed, like seventh grade.
Speeches from people who had no business giving me speeches. Like,
STD videos, sir.
I knew where my parents stood, but like just random like guys, like my aunt's boyfriends. They'd be like, "You going where?" Sweet young girl, please don't get turned out when you go down there. Guys are there from different cities and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I know that I grew up in a small town, and I'm like innocent Pollyanna kid, but like I'm good. I'm not stupid. Not as naive as y'all think, but yeah.
It's funny. All of my kids, the ones that come back, a lot of the alums, they come back, the ones I've taught. I'm like, it's like I said it was, wasn't it? They were like, yeah. Like one of my best students, like was at Morgan and like she partied. I was like, no academic probation right now. She was like, no, I straightened it out. I turned it around. I was like, first time away from home, like nobody telling you not to do shit. Told you. Like yeah, like
that's what a lot of people, do, and it makes sense because if you have a lot of rules at home when you're first out on your own, I didn't though. Right. People were like waiting with bated breath for me to mess up and like stuff. And I'm like, the reason why my mom let me come down here is because she knows me. She know I'm not about to do none of that. And I did it. Really, I'm the corniest, most boring. I think I can really count the drinks that I had in college on one hand.
Yeah.
Whole 4 years.
Yeah. We had a yeah.
I mean, once I make a decision about
you were in Florida.
Maybe at FAMU, yeah, that's crazy.
I don't understand. How did that even possible?
I'm not easily influenced.
That's incredible.
Never have been, and I had no desire to get drunk because I thought everybody looked
Island boys,
and I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I'm pretty strong. Once I decide that this is how I'm going to do it, as long as I'm good with it, it would be one thing if there was like temptation, and I'm resisting it, but I wasn't.
So you're in Florida with half naked college men.
Yeah.
and you weren't tempted.
No.
Something wrong with that picture.
No.
You got some training to do.
There was like,
Well,
there's a
sound like you had like my college experience.
There's
It's
a
like
guy I happen to like. But yeah, I was never the girl that was like, oh my gosh, I was never boy crazy. I think probably because I hung out with so many guys growing up that I knew to not be impressed. And I was like told so many like horror stories. It's kind of like, let me just
don't make it happen.
These dudes.
Yeah. I can't say that was my experience.
Look,
my parents they didn't let me go, so I got accepted to. I was offered to come to a lot of different HBCUs. They gave me one option. I could go to Morehouse if I was going to a black college. That's the only choice I had. I didn't go there.
Yeah.
Because they weren't paying for everything. So.
Yeah.
My parents wasn't rich.
And Morehouse is private, so it's It was pricey back then. I can't even imagine what it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but it's I try to tell people, and people are like, "Oh, Autumn, you know how?" I'm like, "No, I promise you. Ask my friends. I'm boring. I mean, boring in terms of like doing crazy stuff, but
like what? Like skydiving?
I'm not doing that shit. I wouldn't be doing that. That seems like a
needless risk. Realize me. I can't even walk up like stairs.
Why was your ass skydiving? When the parachute fails.
Like my heart's racing, my knees buckle. I'm terrified of heights.
You need to get one of my classes. You need to come to my class tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
No, I'm not opposed to like getting my ass kicked, getting worked out.
I can't tell because you ain't showed up yet.
First of all, I have a green belt.
Don't let him bully you.
5 a.m. every Saturday.
Don't let him bully you.
I got a green belt and open up.
That don't mean nothing to me. I got a black belt, a brown belt, a white belt. I got it all.
I'm just saying, when I was a child, I was getting cussed out by a grown man. So in my karate classes, so
I don't cuss nobody out. There's no cussing.
I'm saying if I wasn't getting cussed out, but I'm used to discipline. My mom was like a jill starting. Walter, I ain't scared of you.
I can't tell.
I
can't tell. Look, when you look at the video, pull up on me. Pull up on me. That's what he said. Pull up.
If I don't want to do it, I ain't doing it. You can't make me. And whatever you want to do, if I think
Tell him, Autumn.
I'll do it. That's it.
I don't want to.
Jump to the screen.
His delivery is suspect, but he gets results.
And you can't.
He does. I'm amazed. Like it's just like simple lifestyle changes. Then
Autumn come to the front of the class game. So
in class, I don't call anybody out in class.
No, and as long as it doesn't happen, I'm good.
That's not my style.
There goes Autumn. She's hiding in the back.
No.
I'd have cursed him out by now, girl. I'd have cursed him out by now.
I'm gonna do all that. So one thing that I believe in, whether it's in school or in this type of classes that I do, it's supposed to be an inclusive place. Everybody gets broke equally. That's how that works. Everybody. Even sometimes when I'm in the middle class, when I'm looking at the board like, fuck, I wrote that. But it's
okay. That's fair though, because if you can't do it, you should not be making anybody else do it. So
bingo. So that's why my backside is up every single day. That's right.
Fair.
Yes.
No, I believe he gets results. I've seen them before.
Hey!
I was told, we've got we have a special guest now. Even if Duane doesn't show, we've got a guest now. This is great.
Yeah.
What's happening? How are you doing?
Hey, sissy.
Good.
What up, though?
What up?
How you feeling?
That's the best part about health and fitness is it's only you versus you. It's not you versus anybody else. Only person you got to beat is yourself. And I think that's the thing that I try to tell people on a daily basis. It's not about trying to do what I can do or what Jane Doe can do. It's what you can do. And if I can't get it out of you, nobody can. Because I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna pull out that weakness. I'm gonna throw it on the ground. And I'm gonna stomp on it, and we're gonna get stronger together. That's how that works.
If I can rewind about 45 seconds, Walter's weakness for each person is telling them that they ain't shit.
What did I tell you, Artist? His delivery is. I told you his delivery is suspect.
Delivery.
His delivery is suspect.
I mean, are you allowed to respond?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we ain't shit together. Let's go.
I'm okay with that. I'm good.
I fully
Yes,
respond.
we ain't shit. Me and you, Walter. Me and you will never part my
Listen, and I'm okay in my ain't shititude. I'm game.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to be healthier and live longer and live better.
As long as you stand in it and know that you ain't shit, I
That's right.
that. I don't like people.
Just have thick skin, Autumn. Just like whatever he said, just let it roll off. You gotta have thick skin, girl. Let it roll off.
Let it roll off.
Exactly.
Let it roll off.
Then know that he's gonna call you with some bullshit.
Excuse me. I don't call with bullshit. I call with, hey, I'm looking at the app and I see you ain't worked out in 3 days. What's really going on?
Why you gotta put people on blast?
Did I say
That's
name?
not the way he said it, though. That's not the way he said it, though. What the hell is going on? I'm looking at this right here, and my app says everything, Shawnee. Everything.
Actually, it says.
I mean, if you feel convicted, if you feel convicted about the message, that means that you're guilty. If you feel convicted, I didn't say a name. I didn't point any fingers, Mia. I just said when folks don't show up for 3 days, I'm gonna talk to them. I was like, hey, what's going on? What the hell? You ain't got no workouts log.
That feels very
right.
Yeah.
No,
His delivery don't be pleasant though. His delivery is asshole-ish.
Yeah.
It's asshole-ish.
But am I not? I'm better than a hairdresser, though. You know, the best thing about me is I'm better than a hairdresser. I hear it all. I listen to it all, and it's a steel trap. Once I hear it, it's gone. Once I hear it, it's gone. Right? So, speaking of which, these two, make sure that this week coming up, I see y'all in person. I got bags. I got bags for the girls. My nieces got gifts.
Okay.
Quasi. Okay. My nieces got gifts.
Wow.
I bought cookies.
All of my nieces like Walter way more than me.
I support the kids.
Listen, you gotta step up your uncle game. What are you doing?
It's like I'm like an absentee uncle. It's like,
don't worry, I got you. You need to buy cookies from the girls.
Oh yeah, I'm down to buy the cookies. I can do that. Shawnee talking about
cookies. Why? Walter, you already bought cookies?
Yeah, I already bought the cookies.
Quasi, you let Walter get.
They're my girls. Listen, they come through. They say hi to mommy. They say hi to their mommy. Move. I'm gonna say hi to Uncle Walter. Hey.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. What,
you know,
I can only blame myself for allowing Walter to usurp what it is that I'm supposed to be doing in every wall.
You had like a lot of time before he stepped in.
Right. And now I'm 3,000 miles away. It's just gonna get, you know.
Now you got an excuse. He's 2,000 miles away. You got an excuse.
I'll be known via Zoom.
You can mail things though.
You can.
Yeah.
You can
go
on Amazon and have it shipped. You don't even have to package anything up. So.
Right.
So what I think I'm gonna do
in Vegas for years, and we swapped stuff for Cecilia and her.
What I think I'm gonna do.
House, but y'all got taxes in Maryland, so I was like, yeah, that shit's coming to my house, and I'm gonna bring it to y'all during the week because I'm not about to pay 8%. That's some bullshittery. That ain't happening.
What I think I'm gonna do, I get a Google Doc of everybody's birthday.
On Wednesdays,
that's one of the things that I'm gonna do.
Down there, yes, Autumn.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Would you like to pick up your?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah. All right, cool beans. What else? Yeah. We got all sidetracked. Y'all wanted to abuse me. It's okay. I'm good. I can on my backseat.
We tell you all this. I tell you all this stuff though. So does Mia.
I know. Listen, they acting all nice now. Listen up, World Wide Web. Don't let them act all nice now. They be abusing me. They be telling me I ain't shit, telling me I don't know nothing. They be telling me everything. Meanwhile, look, see my I got certain credentials. You know, I know a little something.
So
you know?
it's two ways, huh? It's not a two-way street. Okay.
Bruh, they be
It's
abusing me.
reciprocity. Whatever energy you give, you get back in return.
That's right.
Wow.
You know, luckily I got broad shoulders and I can carry all that drama they be giving me, but it's okay.
Kind of how we got thick skin.
Right.
Yeah.
When we used to do the arrows and the circles with the arrows.
The circles and the arrows. Yeah.
Y'all play Uno, right? That's the reverse. Boom, reverse. Boom, reverse.
So I was looking at this.
Shoots it down. Yeah. Okay.
I was looking at this automated. I sent when I sent you guys the email. They're actually looking to create more of you. Did you guys see that? There's like 350,000 financial regulators, and like 100 of them are black.
Yeah,
like that's remarkable.
Wow.
Like you have to go out of your way not to hire. Like, yeah. So more they're looking like.
Are we talking overall? Or we're talking at like
overall.
Like overall.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Applied for a job.
Percentage of like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I for a job in a big place. I can't say the name because we don't know what the status is, and they paid like $400,000 a year, and they recruited me to apply for the position.
Yeah.
I had to do it just because the check was so big, but you know, they requested only people that are of color.
Yeah. Like that. So like banks, a lot of financial companies are going out of their way to be like, oh, we got a remedy. Probably because the Fed guy, right? They got Brainerd as the number 2, and they kept Powell. So like, Powell's like, as long as we get this kind of conservative path on monetary policy, Brainerd will let the left to deal with like the banks and the institutions. So now they have this huge standard. Like, I'd never seen such a discrepancy though. I was like, how did that even happen?
And if you don't know, you don't apply. Like in the way these positions are described, it's like, I don't know nothing about this shit.
A lot of the time, you may not know anything about it up front, but they can, as long as you're smart, they can teach you.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah.
Hence, I applied, and I got.
Don't want to put time into training, but a lot of that stuff can be taught. It really can. You just have to, you know, just have to have if you have an analytical line of thinking, then you'll be fine. Hard. But they put up all those barriers all the time. I mean, I still see positions, and I'm like, how am I supposed to do all that? That looks like a job for 3 people.
Yep.
I'm not doing all that.
but see, that's what stops us from getting those positions, right? If you see the list, and we know that there's no human being that can do all that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, it becomes a catch-all position. So you hire help. I mean, that's.
Yeah. There's a lot of training. There's a lot of exposure that's involved, and it goes into even the crafting of the ad, right? They want to see who is willing to take on the responsibility, willing to take on the challenge, and then to even determine that everything with all of these things are literally like, how do I eliminate myself from contention, right? It's interesting, but that stood out, and so it's better. It's actually better at the top, I guess, because there are fewer positions at the top. So they had 327 on what we would call C-suite as far as regulation operations are concerned, and 10 of those are black. So like that's actually a way better percentage. That's like 3% there. That's actually way better than the general financial regulatory industry, which I guess is 990 other people, 90 other people or whatever across a couple 100,000 positions. That can't be right. That can't be right. I'm looking at it like, that's remarkable.
When I think about the groups that I've been in, there weren't a lot of faces like mine. Maybe at the company.
Is there like a national black like financial regulatory financial auditing is there like a society or anything like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yes, Carolyn was on it. Yeah.
For Is it
financial.
specific to audit or is it
Audit specific. That was her whole. That's how she went into Coca-Cola. Yeah.
because audit is a little different than being like working as in the regulatory department.
Sure.
It varies. Like some companies will have like their legal audit department. Other companies are, you know, a little different. Because I've worked as an auditor, which is anyway.
Yeah.
But I've also worked like in legal regulatory, and the work functions are different, but they are still kind of in the same, you know, same realm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do not see a lot of people of color in general. I haven't, and I've been working in audit and compliance since I finished law school, and that
Yeah.
was 2005. So yeah, my first job was compliance position at an insurance company.
Sure.
I lucked up. I just had a friend who needed a replacement while she was studying for the bar. And so she recommended me, and I ended up getting the position. But yeah, I don't see a lot of people of color.
Because it looks like there aren't, right? Like that's what it looks like. Yeah.
I like that they are trying to find the right candidate because we're out here, we're everywhere.
For sure, that's definitely one of the things that Brandon wants to do at the Fed. I know that's like a Fed initiative.
It needs to be marketed. These roles need to be marketed towards people who are graduating from law school. When I was in law school, I stumbled across a career in compliance. No one told me this is a great alternative if you don't want to practice in a traditional.
If you don't want to practice, if you don't want to go to a courtroom,
happened to figure it out, and then little by little, you know, I noticed a lot more law school graduates coming around, but you know, to the idea of working with compliance. But overall, when I finished school, law schools were not talking about that at all.
Yeah. We had speaking of, I guess we were going to talk with Duane. I'm not even sure he's going to show about the about law school, and then he was not working for the feds. That sounds bad. In federal court for a while. You guys' man Chauvin flipped. He was gonna fight hard, and he just decided to call it quits and plead guilty to the fed charges.
Because he was guilty. But that's
I mean that didn't stop him from
it's going to screw his boys. That's what it's going to screw.
Yeah. I wonder if he flipped I wonder why the change of heart. He did the opposite of Meadows. Meadows is like, I said too much. Now I'm not going to cooperate. Chauvin's like, this is pointless for me to fight. Like, I'll cooperate in exchange for, you know, pleading guilty across the board. I put there was one more also with Breonna Taylor. The cop who shot her is like appealing or whatever. Yeah. It's so bold. It's so crazy. It's like, no,
he was cleared of any wrongdoing, right?
Yeah.
He was cleared of any wrongdoing, so he wants his job back. You know, she is like the unsung, unlaureled martyr of police brutality.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That poor lady did not get her flowers in life, and she's not getting them in death. Instead, she's getting her name dragged through the mud because of this bull crap.
This is going to be studied, and I wonder what the reaction is going to be. You know, how now we're having a reaction to people are starting to study, which I've been teaching, like all the riots and massacres that have happened. Really, we're focusing on Reconstruction, but they've been happening for a long time. Hardscrabble and Riot were under Hardscrabble and Provincetown were like John Tyler, the 1840s. We'll look at these incidents as separate. Obviously, George Floyd. We talked about actually with Kevin about that, what the George Floyd movie is going to look like, right? Because there's definitely going to be one.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think there will be.
At some point, I think it's far too soon to do something.
Content is king, and there's a lack of originality that's plaguing like storytelling now, right? So I think
to me right now is Gavin Newsom is making a bold play.
I saw that.
He's
Yeah.
trying to script laws the same way that Texas wrote their abortion law to deputize citizens to go after people who commit gun violence.
Yeah, so yeah,
And they're going to bring the Supreme Court with the same language for guns as they're going for abortions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you
So
imagine 10 million lawsuits of $10,000 against every gun manufacturer? Yikes.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's going to kind of sort of accelerate the population shift, the population kind of sort of shifting that we've seen in the census. Like people seem to be drawing lines for like what they stand for and are moving as a result. Because California does that. I mean, people fucking love guns in this country. Like if gun manufacturers started to worry about liability and people have less guns, like I know I'm an anomaly because I follow a lot of right-wing media, but like there are people who track like the amount of ammo like that's been bought and like whether like ammo overall is low or high. I'm like, you guys seriously love guns. Like that seems to be like
they love guns more than they care about children.
And that's what's interesting. Like one of the guys that I mentored,
100% they care about guns more than children, like no doubt.
They're always talking about how much they care about children when it comes to like abortion, but when it comes to guns
or healthcare.
Oh yeah, exactly. But if a school
they want you to have that baby, but they don't give a shit about what happens to the baby.
Exactly. And then they don't get the shot. Like
and I mentor a guy who is heavy into gun ownership. Black people have guns. They want to take our guns away. They're not taking your guns away. What situation are you ever going to be in where you need to have an AR-15?
Yeah. Right.
Where are you ever going to go? Like, I need to have a concealed carry because you never know. I never know what. You might be in a situation. First of all, I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm going to need a carry permit. I'm not going to be in a situation where there's going to be an opportunity for that type of shit to happen. It just doesn't make sense.
Some people think they're really going to be like the good guy with the gun and going to be a hero. It's like life is not a movie. Like
exactly.
It's that mentality. Like people are like, what if some shit happens? It's like, is it what if or is it or are you looking for?
Right.
I think it's far too much.
People who ain't never been in these fucking situations a day in their life.
Bingo.
Yeah, exactly.
I done seen niggas get shot in the street. I'm okay with that, man. You pass, hard pass.
Yeah. No, it's remarkable. Yeah, people love guns in this country. I saw people, diehard Trump supporters, who like were ready to drop him when he did like the bump stock ban after one of the, I guess, multiple school shootings. I can't even remember which one it was.
After Vegas.
Yeah, that was after Vegas. Yeah, he did like the bump stock ban, and yeah, the white supremacists were not fucking with that at all. Like guns are going to be key to this. The reconquering of the nation by white people.
Could you imagine if they had guns on January 6th?
Yeah. Right? That would have been bad. So
it clearly look, most great nations fall after what is it, like 250 something years? We're so close. Like
gotta run.
Guns ain't gonna save this country.
You gotta run. Who's up next? Is it the Chinese? Is it China, as Trump would say? Who's next? Who's poised to take over the mantle for the U.S. as the cultural, social, economic center of the world?
I think that our country needs a complete restructure when it comes from education all the way up.
Yeah, because if something's founded on racism and enslaved people,
like fundamentally, hi princess. Like fundamentally, kids should go to school year round. Period. Full stop. No summer break.
So that's very Asian, right? That's what a lot of schools in Asia do. But I'm looking at Mia Centino down there, and she doesn't like the exile out of that at all. She didn't like that. Why didn't you like that?
We did year-round schools in California. That's not the answer.
Oh wow! How was it?
It was more of a hassle, honestly, for families and for parents. Your calendar year is irregular. Kids didn't feel as though they had a sufficient break.
From what?
In terms of what the rest of the world was doing.
Sounds
the rest
like
of the world. You mean the rest of America?
Yeah. It was very off schedule. It was Thanksgiving break was like a month. Why?
Like, 2 weeks every quarter.
That's tricky.
Yeah, no,
every quarter.
And then as a parent, it's your responsibility to like be with your kid for that time period. So, I mean, yes, you sign up, you have the kids, it's your responsibility, but like your job still follows a regular calendar, and a month off for Thanksgiving means what to your job? Nope. That's a problem. That's extra care cost, extra burden on your family and friends if you have them nearby. We didn't, so my husband and I had to like figure it out. Yeah, year-round school is the same.
So that's like it has to be year-round school in conjunction with a bunch of other things then to work.
Yeah,
interesting.
For that,
make it possible for parents. I mean, there would have to be somewhat restructuring of year-round school, but also taking into consideration that this is not going to be an easy transition for parents. What support can we give parents? Like parents need support for something like that for sure, because that's how it is in Florida too. Year-round school,
colleges,
kids got a ridiculously long spring break.
Man.
I was volunteering with the girls club. I was like, why are these kids not in school? Like their break is long hours, and it's like, oh, they got year-round school, so they
even colleges have winter break. Yeah,
2 weeks every quarter. That's it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, no. I wish it went that way, but no, it didn't. It was just.
But that's what it has to be. I mean, to me, in order to keep up with the rest of the world, that's what has to happen. I mean, when they get adults, they don't get summer break.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna have to transition that from not having a summer break. That was nice.
Right, but they're not adults, they're kids.
And they weren't brought up with it. They won't expect it.
And 2 weeks every quarter is 2 months off. How much do they get for summer break now? We get 3 months for summer, right? Is it 3 or 2
months? Yeah.
June, July, August. What, half of June?
Half of June.
June, July, August. Generally go back after Labor Day.
No, the week before Labor Day.
Is it the week before Labor Day?
On the school. I never went to school before Labor Day. We always.
Yeah, I don't remember going to school.
We always went before. I always went before.
The first time I went to school in August. Yeah.
My first day of school was always in August growing up.
And it needs to be
have Labor Day off.
Real hours. They get off at 2:30. Shit is bullshit. Kids need to go to school like you go to work. They get off at 4 or 5.
Why are you talking about this? Like, what kid? Like,
excuse me, Sean, Quasi. Didn't we go? Weren't we in class until 4 o'clock?
So it's like it was so. School was like you had homeroom. It was like 7:30, 7:45, and then you had class till like. Yeah, we had class till 3. Then you had like that time in between before class and practice, right?
Right.
But respectfully, we're talking about 2 years ago.
If you want to look that way, like he in school till like 6 o'clock. That's what I'm saying. 7:30 to 6.
That's not healthy for the
That's
development.
Like 7:30 to 6.
Why isn't it? Wait.
Children need to play and move around and do a lot of things.
And we did.
Sit still all day till 4 o'clock.
And we did.
For a very young child.
Okay. How
doesn't he say
about you, Walter?
Walter's talking about what we did in high school. I think
high school, that's totally different because you're not in those like early formative years. But
he's talking about high school though.
Yeah, children learn through just having fun.
Correct.
That's they learn the most. So yeah, the research has been done, Walter. It's out there.
And all I know is I live overseas, and what I'll tell you is those kids overseas are years and years ahead of our kids, and they go to school year round.
Yeah, they
And
come.
we-
They come
They
over
numbers
here
are a
ready.
lot.
Yeah, they come
And
over
they
here
come
ready.
here and do
They
the job.
have the children.
Huh?
American.
How do you know?
We
Why
were
does that
we were
matter?
talking
Wait,
about
wait,
we were
Wait, wait,
talking
wait.
about
Why
things.
does that matter? Why does it matter if they're happy?
Because a child with an
supposed to be
unhappy
happy.
childhood grows up to
Because
be a pretty dysfunctional adult.
Not true.
Dealing with it all
The
the time.
unhappy adult.
Trust me, I can look at an adult and be like, "Ooh, I know what kind of childhood you had."
Walter.
Kind of tell, like,
Look,
I know
all
what they
know
did.
is, all I know is I expect a certain level of shit, and kids like for instance, if Cecilia
Gotta
and
be able to
Brooklyn
do
and Riley
shit.
and they all came here for a weekend, they come back, they know how to scrub baseboards, wash windows, do laundry,
Sir.
and have
Oh.
jobs.
He's putting y'all kids to work.
I can't
He's
wait
putting
for
them,
Walter
putting the
to
girls
have,
to work.
I can't wait for Walter to have a daughter that's going to completely buck everything.
Just
Like his
pulling
life.
saddle
change
around
his
and saying,
mindset.
Yeah.
Change his
He's gonna be
mindset.
like,
He's gonna be running around his finger and
Oh, yeah.
none
Oh,
of
yeah.
this.
yeah,
He's
they're
gonna
just
He's noticed he only called
having
out
all
domestic
that
abuse.
talk.
I'm
get a
just
girl.
letting you know.
You're
Yeah,
gonna get a girl. You're gonna you and your wife.
daddy
There's a girl in
girl.
the picture. Yes.
He's gonna be like, I want Chick-fil-A. He's gonna be like, okay.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
not kidding, Daddy. He's gonna be like, okay.
Okay.
Walter,
What if you
Okay.
did? What if you did 1 week off out of every month? I had a proposal for an education
So
where I had
science-
that.
Science shows us that going working 4 days a week, kids included, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off works. Our work schedule that we have now, it was obviously constructed because of white folks in slavery. Because we worked when it was daylight and didn't work at night.
Definitely farming shit for sure.
Unions
Exactly.
in factories that gave us the 5-day work week.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
So before we just worked. There was no on off and all. You just worked.
But
So
that's not ideal.
But yeah, correct. So like, can't we evolve and move on from
Yeah,
that?
like there are ways to make things better and without making it harder.
Correct.
so I had an idea where they go to school for 3 weeks, and then that 4th week they'd be, engrossed in something that they express professional interest in. Of course, this is starting from middle school up or whatever. But I actually don't. It's interesting to get your perspective on the year-round schooling. I never thought about it that way. It's like even if you are okay with the schooling, like none of the rest of the world works that way. So it becomes like it's super incompatible. It becomes like a problem.
Which means they have to change work and they have to change how
Yeah,
parents
they have to
are
change
supported.
work.
or
That's
the
happening to
Disney
some degree,
lobbyists-
right?
Or the Disney lobbyists need to stop giving money to Congress. 'Cause
That's
what it is.
happening to some degree. Yeah, there's a lot of working from home now. There's a lot of working via video. There's a lot of flexibility when it comes to that. So maybe
People are going back to work because they can't work from home.
we'll have that
Work.
opportunity to kind of remake that. You have to be in a physical space for a physical amount of time.
But working
prevent
from
you
home
from
for
doing
a
other
parent
things.
doesn't make your life any easier. It's actually today I work.
Harder,
It was
isn't it?
harder to work from home today than it was for me to go into the office. And I wasn't even I wasn't here 90% of the day, but it was harder for me to work from home today. Just because your schedule's different and you have kids or a pet or home life. If you're at home, like there's an unexpected rule that like your baseboards get cleaned, Walter.
Clean them.
Why aren't the
Mineral water.
baseboards clean?
Well, you can't ask a child to do something if you can't do it yourself. So you got to show them.
That's why I get up in the morning and do my workouts.
But you got to clean and do baseboards and windows and stuff when you have a kid, so you
I
can show
hire
them.
help for that. I hire help for that.
It's like, wait, the message has been
Hence
lost.
why
now.
his daughter's gonna do none of
He's
this
like,
stuff.
I pay somebody to do those things.
His daughter's doing none of this stuff.
They
Your
still need to know how to do it.
They know. They still got to know how to do it, Quasi. I got a dishwasher. They don't wash my hands. Learn how to do it.
Pay for
Also,
somebody
you
to
don't be
do
saying all this
Listen,
while she's snacking on Chick-fil-A, you giving her a pedicure.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right,
That sounds,
exactly.
yeah, that sounds like
That's
it. Right.
the
Right.
Walter's
That
like
sounds
the
like
guy. Walter's like the dad. You know, you've seen those videos. It's like, oh, my dad never wanted a dog, and he said no dogs. And now look at my dad with the dog. Like
Yeah,
that's
he's got like the dog.
your daughter. You gonna get a daughter? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. That's how it's going down.
The
And he's still
dad.
gonna put on a front though. He's gonna put on a front. Be like, oh no, she knows when I say blah 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 blah. It's gonna be like,
And we're gonna be like, okay, Walter. Okay.
Like I said, send the girls up here. We'll see what happens.
They straight.
Listen, my niece comes over. You know what my niece gets? Whatever she wants. Because she gets to go back home. She gets to go back home. She gets to go back home.
that part
Walter,
of you does not
why did you let my niece's name is Chloe. Why did you let Chloe have cake for dinner? Because that's what she wanted.
Wow.
Now
That
imagine that is your actual child. It's gonna soften it even more.
Nope.
I agree. I feel like they won't be cleaning baseboards. And like I just won't see it. Like call me
Have a
crazy.
magical way
Right?
Listen, there will be some hazing going up in this camp. I promise. There'll be a level of hazing going on.
It's a great talking point, but it's not reality.
There's hold on. There was some hazing going on. I think that they're locking people up for hazing. Somebody died again. And
some of that is not hazing. That's just committing crimes and beating on people. Like it's not.
Yeah, well,
get your ass whooped.
Been there, done that.
I don't think you can whip people's asses and you can't whip kids' asses anymore, can you?
Listen, I wasn't there recently, so I couldn't tell you. I can tell you that 20 years ago it happened.
Yeah.
I don't think
underground
stuff and things happening.
Is it a rat population of children?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even think it maybe because it's like the kids were at that too old, I guess you have that. But even generally, even in stores, but I guess I haven't really been shopping like that because of COVID. You know, you used to hear threats of like, you get your ass whooped. Like you don't even hear those threats anymore with kids.
All I know is I see them kids with them flash mobs rolling up in Louis Vuitton. I'd be like, y'all get me and my boys and we can make a run.
Are they all running fast? Oh, my phone died.
We see.
We hear you. We don't
hear
you. Them boys be running that flash mob in the Louis Vuitton and in the Chanel smashing, grabbing them pocketbooks and wallets and rolling about with $100,000 in merchandise in 3 seconds. I was like, that's smart. Them boys is smart. Don't get caught, because y'all smart though. Y'all smart. Making that run. Shoot.
They're all gonna get caught, but they're in California, so nothing's gonna happen to them. So.
Yeah. If they got a good fence, probably not, but I don't know. Everybody's got on masks and shit.
Yeah. How they identify them?
Good luck identifying them.
Unless one person in the group snitches, how would they
get caught?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody has to get caught there or like outside the parking lot, chased down.
Yeah.
Yep. And they ain't chasing them. They ain't chasing them.
And if one like security guard chasing, they probably get their ass whipped, get jumped.
Exactly.
Like, who's gonna chase them? With what people get paid who work in the mall?
Exactly.
A lot of security guards ready to die for that shit.
I dealt with this.
Hold on, did they shoot somebody for not wearing a mask?
Yeah.
At a Dollar Tree or something?
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was in Chicago.
Seriously.
In Chicago.
Yeah, that's way too much personal investment.
Hey, nah, man.
Like, you're not even getting paid that much. Why are you risking your life for a corporation that cares nothing about you?
Yeah, their job is to observe and report, not to follow, not to be a vigilante, none of it. Like they observe and report. So, yeah, that's crazy to go after somebody. I would never.
Ain't happening.
It's not that deep.
Like, stop shoplifting. When I was in retail, oh well, I might say, oh, I think they might be doing something over there, but I certainly wouldn't have walked over and been like, excuse me, ma'am, may I see inside of your bag? I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into a fight at work because
they got insurance for that.
Saw somebody stealing t-shirts. Like,
yeah, they got insurance for that.
Not worth it. I think Quasi's coming back.
His phone died. I think he's out like a light.
Yeah, he said his phone died.
He just come back on his laptop.
Yeah.
Is it fixed?
We've lost our fearless leader.
He said the Wi-Fi was acting up on the laptop.
The Wi-Fi. So what else happened that was exciting this week?
Let's
We
see.
made it to Tuesday.
We made it to Tuesday. Yeah.
That is a big thing in this year.
60 million COVID cases.
That's the last topic.
And 800,000 COVID deaths. I think that's the last topic got on the list.
That's probably more than that.
Yeah.
It's probably more because some places, I mean, I guess, there's a benefit to hiding the numbers. So.
We don't have a guest.
We have one scheduled, but I don't think.
Lawyer life.
Yeah.
Lawyer life.
We'll take over. You think you have time, and then nope.
Get it.
Yeah, outside of my realm of expertise, no lawyer life for me. I'm making a pitch to some lawyers soon, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Trying to be their in-house personal trainer.
That would be great because depending on the firm, they see the office more than they see the house.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Anyway, wake up, Shawnee. Wake up. She over there sleeping.
You're momming.
Is momming.
I am. Sorry, I'm checking homework.
Oh yeah, we can see that. You're like, no.
And I'm like,
no.
Oh, I wish I was at
sorry. No. Sorry, I'll be back.
But anyway. So what do you guys doing this weekend? Any holiday parties going on this weekend?
Or alcohol, Walter?
Not for me. I don't bring that up and then tell people they
don't expect a weigh-in.
Right? Look, everybody's scared to weigh in. I don't even understand why they didn't. Just weigh in. Just do it.
Because I'm not trying to hear your mouth. Like,
but I already know what it is.
Amen, sister. Snap. Amen.
It's not the homework for that shit. Don't look at it. Look at
Amen.
It's not necessary.
I'm invited to an FBI holiday party. Ain't that fancy? I'm going on Saturday night to an FBI ugly sweater party.
So can we press you on Monday to be like, where are your weigh-ins? Where's your measurements?
I'm game. I'll post them right now. I'm easy.
Okay.
Every day I post.
Can we put red circles around your areas of improvement? Can we?
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
You know he would love that though. You know what?
Yes.
He loves
Send them to me. I need more eyes on it.
Hence why we get the pictures.
Right.
Hence why we get the pictures. Like, you see how much I toned Shawnee? It's been a month. Look at this. Look at my definition. Look at my back.
I don't think
you're my ass.
I dropped 87 pounds in 1 week.
Be like, this is the problem area. Be quiet.
No.
It's like 2.5 nanoseconds.
Look at my gut, Shawnee. Do you see this? I'm
walk to the mouth and be like, this is the trouble area right here.
Right, exactly.
I don't eat a lot, so it wouldn't be the problem area. I don't eat a lot.
Problem area because you always
no the mouth because you're talking.
That's what I mean.
Not the eating. The what you say is what you
mean. Listen. What I know is that telling people things that they want to hear versus what they need to hear need to be delivered in two different ways.
Okay, but Walter, we talked about
your delivery is off. What did I tell you?
It's great.
Your delivery is
I've never told you that.
Here's what I know. You remember what I tell you every single time. Yes or yes?
Yes, because half the
time you don't talk to me anymore because you're delivering.
Is there not another way that you can get them to remember everything they're told without being mean?
So here's the thing. If you change your delivery and you change your approach, especially the way you deliver it, isn't it like discrimination?
No, it's called mutual respect.
Yeah, change delivery for everyone, not one person. Just change your delivery.
So what I know is that when you tell people what they need to hear, it doesn't matter how you say it.
If
they don't like it, they're not gonna like it.
Yeah, if they don't, yeah.
Oh,
No,
oh, it's so nice of you not to lose any weight this week. How did you do that? Yeah, that
you
doesn't
already know they didn't lose.
doesn't work.
You still gotta rub it in.
No, so
Well,
that's
that's
how
not
he goes. So you
What
want to
happened?
die? Did
I
you
didn't say.
want to be
I
around to see
never
your kid
said that to
graduate,
you.
or you want to die?
I never said that
Well,
to
I feel
you.
like there's a Walter. You
No,
seem to
you
work
said
in
to my friend though.
It's either
That was where the
You want
conversation
to
went.
Or did you not?
That's where the conversation went.
some way.
It didn't start there.
Okay.
In the middle.
It
Does
didn't
she
start
talk to me
there.
anymore or not? True or false?
Did she what?
Does she talk to me anymore after the conversation with you? True or false?
No, she
She
doesn't.
wasn't gonna talk anyway.
No, she does not.
No, she does not.
No, she does
She
not.
was convicted. She was convicted. I'm sorry,
See
Walter.
what
I
I mean?
lose weight on a Moscato diet. What the fuck?
I mean,
Wait, is that what she said?
let her live her life.
Wait. Is that what she said?
You can lose weight and drink alcohol. I've done it.
No.
No,
That's not what
not
I
on
said.
Walter's plan. You can't.
What
Well,
did she
on
say?
the
Wine
She
goes to
said
the
she
metabolism
wanted a
test.
Moscato diet. The heifer said a Moscato diet. Really? A Moscato diet?
I was drinking whatever wine I wanted to
You're not
drink.
hearing me.
I think he could
You're
have
missing
worked
it.
with
You're
her
missing the point.
to give her
She
I'm
options.
wanted
missing the
a
point on
Correct.
Moscato diet.
I'm missing the point on purpose, Walter.
So your delivery had to be. So you want to die? That's
No.
what we had to go. We had to go there.
No, it progressively got there. Progressively.
Because she did not say, yes, Walter, you were the man, Walter. I will listen to
No.
whatever you say.
No,
Do
that's
whatever
not
you
why.
say.
Right.
Here's why. She was like, so, but I want to have bread and cake every night. Does that work? No.
She really-
No. Doesn't work.
that's
You
probably
can't
not
have bread, cake, and Moscato and expect to lose weight. No,
Not
it
every
ain't
night.
happening. Sorry, sis. And then she's like, but I said, don't you have a daughter? Yes. What example are you setting? To drink
Don't
every
you want
night?
to be around for her, or do you want to die?
It's
And that's
delusional.
when they
Do
got
you
there.
want to die?
And that's
Don't you wanna
exactly
be
what I
alive
said.
for
I said,
her?
doesn't make sense. You weigh 300 pounds.
God.
What do you want me to say? A lie?
Can we
Do you
not?
want a TV show? Do you want a TV show? Because it's a TV show for that.
Oh, Walter.
No,
The
that's
delivery. Do you see what I mean, Autumn? The delivery. The delivery.
The fact check.
Yeah, Walter, someone gotta have thick skin.
Yes.
See, that's what I told you.
Which is
I
why
told
we
you I have thick
don't
skin.
listen to Walter. We
But
Yeah.
you do listen.
No,
But you do
I grew
listen.
up. My mom was never in the military, but it's like she was a drill sergeant. I mean, I would like to apologize to Chantel and Mia, your mom, for anything my mom might have done when she was pledging her. My mom don't play. She don't play. No, I remember we went to Morgan State like 3 or 4 years ago, and
That's priceless.
was saying something to me like, oh, when I was online, your mother, she got us together. Well, I know you know. I'm like, whatever you got online, that was my life for 18 years till I left the house.
Check my stats for today, Walter. I must be tripping. And I weighed myself 3 times. I lost 7 pounds this week when I haven't lost any for the past 31 days. Oh, next person.
Oh, that didn't come from me.
Walter, I can't walk this week, but I lost 12 pounds in 14 days. So all I know is I do what I do when I do what I do.
I didn't say your program didn't work. I have lost weight on your program. Did I not tell you that?
Exactly.
But I
It's
told
all
you
of it. It's the big picture.
you're an asshole with your delivery. You
Sometimes
are.
I am.
Own it. Own it.
And I do. And
Not
I say
sometimes,
that.
all the time. Own it.
No, I listen all the time.
Do you really?
All the time.
I
What'd you
listen
say?
to all
What'd
your
you
fat
say?
asses.
Say it, Dawn. Say it again.
Exactly. Walter's like, yes, I hear the flubber.
I
Loud
listen
and
to
clear.
everything.
Listen to
If
it.
something needs to be changed or adjusted, we change or adjust it. Walter, I can't do that. Great. Let's find a way to make
Walter's
it work.
like he's like Buddy Love and
There you go. That's it. That's it. The other side.
Fuck your asses. Those fuck like
Not Buddy Love.
It's Walter.
Buddy Love, no.
That's funny.
You know, the best part about I gotta tell you, the best part about this job is not always just the clients. It's the kids, man. It's the family. It's the kids. It's the impact that's on the outside of the ring. That's the part that matters to me. Because if I can change them without talking to them, that's what makes the difference. When husbands eat better and kids eat better and everyone around is doing better, then I win. I'm changing a generation without having to change them because the moms are changing them because they're doing the work. It's the example. You know, that's the whole idea.
Positive reinforcement, I've read, is far more effective than
for children. For children.
Humans.
For children.
For humans.
For children.
Like when your phone rings, you don't say like, "Oh shit, it's Walter."
I'm sure science and biology are like, well, except for whenever Walter's yelling at you, then it's more effective.
Bingo.
No, it's not how that works.
And first of all, hold on. First of all, can either one of you ever say you've heard me yell at you? No. I've never yelled at either one of y'all ever.
Well, when you use harsh words, you don't got to raise your
I
voice.
never have. Have you ever heard me yell at you when we're talking? We're working out, of course, we're working out. But when we're talking, do I ever yell?
No, you don't yell.
No, you don't yell.
Stop.
So if I don't yell, what are you talking about?
I think it's the word
Your
selection.
delivery.
Perhaps.
It's your delivery. I told you that. Me and I told you how many months now we told him that?
Months.
Listen,
I mean, I started in August, so yeah, months.
You ever notice maybe Walter's
Well,
just
I told him before then.
Just a
So
little.
I told him before
You know,
you started. His delivery needed work.
And I gotta tell you, the hardest part about it is if you change your delivery, the results can change and will change negatively, especially in this type of position. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I did a case study with about 8 people that I had, right? And what I know to be true is if I'm not on their case when they're doing what they're supposed to do and when they're not doing what they're supposed to do, it doesn't work. People don't do it because oh shit, he forgot. He ain't gonna worry about it. Oh, it was too nice. Nothing changes. But if I give you a sting, the change happens because we don't want to get the buzz. That's what happens.
So I hear that, but I think it's case by case because half the time when you call me, what do I say? Like, I already know. Like, whatever you're going to say.
And I never say it, and I don't got to say it. I don't have to say it. You already know.
I already know.
So what are we talking about?
I'm just saying, like, sometimes when you make that phone call.
I'm there to listen.
Okay.
What's going on?
Okay.
Something's different this week. What happened? That's typically how the conversation starts. And then I hear this happened. Oh, okay. What else happened? So what can we do to change it? But and honestly, since we have the whole wide world listening, you know, that applies to every single thing you do in life, right? It's not just about what you can beat yourself up on or get beat up by. It's okay, great. You got the lesson. So what are we going to do to change it? Because all the hoop, holler, yelling, screaming, cussing, fussing ain't going to change nothing if you don't change, right? I can't change the sky any more than I can change your behavior. Only you can change it, but you got to make the decision. And until you decide of being tired of where you are, then the change ain't going to happen. My job is to be the catalyst. I got to be the prod. I'm going to be there. And it's better me than death. It's better me than the hospital bed. Yes or yes?
See, first of all, that's never the two options. Yes or yes.
Why isn't it? Why isn't it?
There's a whole lot of gray area between the hospital.
Yeah.
Is there really?
Things don't have to be in one extreme or the other. There's a middle ground.
Is there really? Is there middle ground between being borderline diabetic and not?
Well, no. What I think is being said is that there's a middle ground in the delivery. Yes, we know that there's no middle ground between being alive and death, but at the same time, you can encourage people without necessarily going so hard. I think you like to go hard. You enjoy it. And that is why
Absolutely.
I love the fact that I can push myself and push others to be more successful in their health pursuits. Period. Full stop. And if I can make their lives more healthy and better and affect their kids' lives, it's that important. Because I'm not just seeing them. I'm seeing their kids, right? I'm seeing who's coming behind them. And their life matters. Their life matters to me more than theirs do, right? Because the kids are the future, not us. So if I can influence them to make good choices, and if it's got to be hard sometimes, you got kids. They're looking at you.
Yeah,
You want them to be mediocre adults? No, we want them to be great adults. People who are thriving and achieving. That's what we want.
It's just a matter of style. Like there are, I'm sure, plenty of people who are like good with like your style of instructing, but there might be other people who work better with another style. There are multiple ways to do it, but I think
absolutely, and that's why I interview every single full time. If I have somebody that's full time, I see every week. My style ain't for everybody.
Yeah, right.
It ain't. If you can't take it, that's cool. I got some flowery people that'll take you 3 years to get the same results. I got you. Whatever you need.
It doesn't have to be like that. There can be a person who has a different style to get the same results. And there's space
very targeted.
But if that's your style, then that's cool. But you can't be like, okay, well, fine. Go be with somebody else who's nicer. And he's still gonna be fat 2 years later. Like it doesn't have to be that extreme.
Correct.
Why not?
Amen, sister.
Because
so if that was the case, if that were true, where are they at? Show me.
They're going to
wait, no. Show me those trainers. Show them to me.
I don't know. They work for celebrities.
No, you think they don't give what I give? You think LeBron coach who he pays $1 million a year don't yell and scream at him? I've seen the tape.
No, there's some trainers that don't yell. There's not like
was the lady from My 600-Pound Life? What was her or Biggest Loser? Jillian something. Did she get fired because she was too mean?
Exactly.
I mean, I was there.
Starving those people.
But guess what? She wasn't starving them. She gave them exactly the calories they needed for their lifestyle. Oh, it's too much. I can't do it. You shut up. Take it away. Curl it. Bench it. Squat it.
Issues on that show. That's why things got shut down.
But at the end of the day, in any type of position, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a trainer, whether you're a CEO of a company who fires down other folks over Zoom, whatever you are, right? You have to find a way to be the best at what you're doing, right? And Michael Jordan, case in point, he was the biggest jerk of all. Guess what? He got 6 rings. The best basketball player ever played the game. He didn't get paid. I don't know. I never played with him.
Probably not. It seems
why?
Nobody talks about him being a jerk.
You think he's not arrogant? You think he's not the most arrogant guy on the basketball court?
He may or he may not be.
Confident.
Oh, confident. Right. There's a difference, right?
There is a difference. Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you that when you are at the top of whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're an attorney, whether you're a trainer, whether you're a basketball, whatever it is, that's a very, very lonely place, right? Because no matter what you do, it's going to be scrutinized, right? So if you're in leadership, you either deal with the scrutinization and be who you are, or you try to please everyone. And last time I checked, the only person who has only friends that everybody wants to see is the freaking ice cream man. That's it.
Not all leaders are stern and harsh.
Really?
Yes, and I work in finance. I work in law. I have had a lot of leaders who are effective, but they're also like cool people that other people like, and it actually motivates people to want to do better because it's like, I like how so-and-so operates. Anytime I have a leader, and this, I'm not talking about like within the perspective of working out or whatever, but in general, when I have somebody who comes to me as an authoritarian, that's the first thing that's going to make me buck and go work with somebody else who knows how to talk to me. Because I'm different. You get better results out of me by being chill and respectful because that's just the type of person I am. There are other people who need that, but that's not something that will work for me. Actually, a lot of times I just get better results on my own because my head is my best motivator.
Yep. I'm with you.
Well,
but I'm not, like I said, there's nothing wrong with your approach. It's just that there are other ways to be just as effective as you and do it differently. That's all.
Sure. Absolutely. I don't disagree with you. There are lots of people who do similar things that I do. They just don't do it the same way. My style works the way that it works.
Yeah, and that's cool.
His style does work. It's just,
I believe it works. I believe
you need
it.
thick skin.
Yeah.
I believe it works.
I told you that.
all right.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, listen, everybody responds differently to every motor stimulus.
Let's all be like. The bottom line, Walter, you like to be a troll, and you don't want to stop.
I love what
He
I
does.
do.
You don't want to stop. That's
He
all.
does.
I love what I do,
You like to be
and
a
I
troll.
love the way that I do it.
Exactly.
Because
And that is why it works for you.
It gets the result that I need to get. And when I pick up the phone, they see my number like, damn it, he saw I didn't put my numbers in this week.
And they answer?
Of course.
Yeah.
But see, I never got to say shit. It just, okay, Walter, I know I didn't weigh in this week. I didn't work out this week. I didn't do this. I never got to say nothing. I just listen. You're right. So what can we do to change it?
I'll be like, did you get your check? Did you get the money?
Okay.
You still get paid. That's the kind of college student I was. Whenever it's like, Autumn, why don't you have the answer? Whoa. You still getting the same paycheck. If I don't have the answer, that's on me. If I fail the test, that's on me.
I don't
you collecting your money, so chill.
I can't treat people like that. I'm not that guy. I need people to be accountable to their goal.
Yeah, I can't wait till you have a daughter that matches your energy.
Bring them.
It'll be so fun.
I'm bigger. But anyway, what time is it?
He won't be ready. He's gonna be a big old softie.
My dad upstairs, he was not ready for me. He's still like, yeah, when you were young, my gosh, you 12 years old telling me what I don't understand. Because you didn't understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're gonna meet your match. It's gonna be so fun.
Eventually.
Topics, folks.
Well, we're off topic, but it was fun. But anyway. All right, folks. I guess we're gonna chop this one. It's 10:06.
Yeah.
I know.
We signing off from Baltimore, Virginia, and Delaware. Have a good evening, y'all.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See y'all next week. How you getting off of this?